Your company is losing billions. Your stock's down, your social media platform is bleeding users and advertisers, you're under federal investigation, and half the people who used to worship you, they started lighting your product on fire. So, what do? If you're Elon Musk, you build a diner. Not just any diner, a $15 million chrome-plated, rooftop bar having, drive-in theater playing, LED screen blasting, 1950s style, sci-fi themed Tesla diner. At a charging station. In Hollywood. No, this isn't a meme. It's real. And it might be Elon's weirdest business move yet. Which is saying a lot. He runs Tesla, SpaceX, X. He's launching satellites and battling government agencies. And somewhere in the middle of that, he said, you know what the world really needs? A techie burger joint. It's not like America was crying out for retro diners. This isn't about profit. So the obvious question is, why? Because Elon Musk doesn't just build things, he builds worlds. And this diner, it's not just about burgers or charging. It's a prototype for how he wants you to live. So, what is this place really for? And why does it feel like this diner was built for a version of Elon Musk that doesn't exist anymore? To understand how this very real and very strange project came to life, we need to go back. Back before the chainsaw, before Doge, to when Elon Musk tweeted a joke, and millions of people still believed he could save the world. January 2018, Elon Musk logs onto Twitter, back when it was still called Twitter, and posts this. Gonna put an old school drive-in, roller skates, and rock restaurant at one of the new Tesla supercharger locations in LA. Just a random thought about milkshakes and roller skates, from the same guy trying to colonize Mars. Most people thought it was a joke, something you tweet at 2 a.m. and forget about the next day. But with Elon, a tweet is never just a tweet. That's how we got Dogecoin on SNL. That's how we got the Cybertruck. That's how we got him buying Twitter. Because underneath the tweets and chaos, Musk has always had a thing for building the future. He doesn't want you to drive a Tesla. He wants you to live in Tesla's world. A world where their future looks like the past, with everything chrome and ready for Instagram. The aesthetic Elon's been chasing for years. Tequila bottles, Cybertrucks that look like concept art from a video game. All of it is part of the same goal. Make the Tesla brand bigger than the car. And in 2023, he posted again, this time on X, saying Tesla would build a full-on diner and supercharger experience in LA. He called it Grease Meets Jetsons with Supercharging. Now, if you've never been to LA, here's what you need to know. It's the capital of car culture. Everything is built around roads, traffic, and parking lots. So, in a weird way, building a diner into a Tesla charging station kinda made sense. At least if you're Elon Musk. Because for most people, charging your car is a chore. But for Elon, it's a branding opportunity. Why wait when you can turn waiting into lifestyle? It was over the top, but exactly the kind of thing Elon builds when he's on top. And for a while, it felt like Elon could do no wrong. Little did we know, we were all walking in a fire. By 2023, the diner was no longer a joke. It was paperwork, permits, and soon, concrete. Tesla officially filed plans to build a diner in West Hollywood, of all places. But the plans revealed something else. This wasn't just a diner. It was a 2-story, retro-futuristic structure with a rooftop bar, food delivered straight to your car, and LED screens large enough to be seen from low orbit. All of it sitting on a half-acre slab of LA real estate. Because nothing says casual burger stop like some of the most expensive land in the country. Construction moved fast. Designed by the architecture firm Stantec, the complex began rising behind chain link fences and silence. At first glance, it looked like a fancy supercharger station. But then the details came out. Permit filings revealed the 45-foot LED screens would display curated content, 30-minute media loops, just long enough to finish a burger, just long enough to charge your car, just long enough to keep your attention exactly where they wanted it. It was a diner built on timing, a full-stack user experience optimized for maximum dwell time, not just of your car, but of your brain. And it wasn't cheap. The whole thing, an estimated $15 million project. Roughly $4 million for the land, about $9 million for the building itself, and another $2 million in tech and superchargers. A massive investment, all for a place where you eat a burger while your car charges. Maybe this is him saying, look, I'm still the fun weirdo you used to love. It was genius? It looked like the future he promised, but it was coming at exactly the wrong time. Or was it? This wasn't about food. It never was. The Tesla diner was just one piece of something bigger. A system. Drive the Tesla, charge it at the diner, scroll X while you eat, watch Tesla-approved content, post about it, tag it, repeat. Everything inside the loop. Nothing outside. This is what branding looks like now. Not logos, not slogans, environments. And Elon, he was ahead of it. Where most companies tried to own the customer journey, he was trying to own the customer's world. He wasn't just selling a car. He was selling the way you lived once you bought one. It's a playbook lifted straight from Apple. Close the ecosystem. Make every touch point feel premium and irreplaceable. You buy one thing, and suddenly you're all in. AirPods, iCloud, iMessages. Now swap that with superchargers, Starlink, Neuralink, and a burger joint with LED billboards powered by the same guy who turned a meme coin into a global stock market glitch. It made sense though. Musk had spent years conditioning people to believe in his version of the future. Not just fans, followers. They didn't just drive the product, they defended it. They slept outside Tesla stores before launches. They wore merch like it was a uniform, and Elon encouraged it. He called it, quote unquote, the mission. Solving climate change, colonizing Mars, saving humanity through branded content and custom AI chips. That's why the diner didn't seem out of place. In fact, it made perfect sense. Because when a brand becomes your identity, when a company stops selling you things and starts selling you meaning, you don't question the burger with a built-in charging station. You celebrate it. At its peak, the Tesla brand wasn't just admired, it was believed in. And that kind of belief, that's rare, that's powerful. But even Teslas fall back to earth. And so it begins. One of LA's top restaurants, Republique, voiced support for the diner. And the internet turned on them. Not just comments, outrage. Accused them of selling out, of siding with a billionaire who'd become more polarizing than presidential candidates. And just like that, the chef started backing out. Suddenly, partnering with Elon wasn't aspirational. It was radioactive. The backlash spread fast. TikTok videos of fans smashing their Teslas with hammers, people vandalizing them. Meanwhile, on Reddit, threads about switching to Rivian started trending. And the numbers, they were brutal. In California, Tesla's strongest market, sales of the once beloved Model 3 dropped by 36%. Not because the car changed, but because the vibe did. And that drop, it wasn't random. California isn't just Tesla's biggest market. It's also one of the most progressive states in the country. So when Elon started leaning hard into politics, conspiracy memes, and free speech crusades, it wasn't just a rebrand. For some longtime Tesla owners, It felt like a betrayal. Others flat out refused to use X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. And Gen Z? They didn't idolize Elon the way they did back in 2019. What was once a movement built around saving the planet was now getting drowned out by crypto hype and culture war noise, none of which had anything to do with electric cars or diners. The loop he'd built so carefully was starting to short circuit, because a diner, it wasn't just a building, it was a bet that the Tesla brand was still strong enough to hold people together, that the loyalty was still there. California made Tesla what it is. So now the question isn't, will the diner open? It's, who's even gonna show up? Because when your brand relies on loyalty,
I love you. Love you too.
And that loyalty fades, even a $15 million neon dream can turn into a branding liability. The diner is almost done. No one actually expects this thing to make money. But maybe it was never about that. It's about building a world, one supercharger, one screen, one milkshake at a time. A world that feels more like early Elon, the one who made flamethrowers for fun, the one who joked about roller skates and then actually built the thing. Sure, the timing feels off, but maybe that's the point. Maybe this isn't a pivot, it's a reset, a reminder that somewhere beneath the chaos and controversy, he's still the guy who dreamed up rockets and roadsters. In a world where attention fades fast, this diner might be his way of saying, I haven't changed, I've just been busy. So yeah, maybe it's the worst time to open a diner. Or maybe it's the perfect time to remind people why they ever believed in him at all. And hey, if you ever find yourself parked at Elon's diner, but don't feel like watching Tesla-approved LED movies, you can always listen to something better while your car charges. That's where Audible comes in. Plug in and dive into thousands of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. It turns all the dead time, like charging, commuting, folding laundry, into something that actually feels worthwhile. Personally, it's been my secret weapon for feeling smarter without trying harder. And the best part, you can try Audible free for 30 days. Links in the description below. Again, that's 30 days free on Audible. Because if you're gonna live in a simulation, you might as well learn something while you're here. Alright, see ya. Time to eat.